Hey, this is Hodges, and I'm back with another Born to Win video blog, and today I have a very important question to ask. My question is how do you fit a square into a circle? How do you take this square and fit it into this circle? I mean, honestly, it seems virtually impossible. Now, my answer or my conclusion to that is maybe you don't. Maybe, just maybe, squares are not designed to fit into circles. Just like everything or everyone may not be designed to fit into your life. What am I talking about today? Today, I'm simply talking about relationships. Reason being is because as I continue to teach, train, and coach, or just have conversations in my everyday life, this subject about relationships, it just continues to come up. And I'm not necessarily talking about relationships just from a spouse or a significant other type of standpoint, not even a partner. I'm more so talking about relationships as a whole. Your family members, your friends, your business associates, your colleagues, any and everyone that you are in constant and consistent contact with on a regular basis. You see, as we continue on our personal development journeys in order to professionally succeed, in order to reach those levels of success that we all hope, dream, and think about every single day, not just from a financial standpoint or a materialistic standpoint, but from a holistic wellness perspective as well, our relationships become vitally important. I always say that every success in life is a relationship success. Reason being is because our relationships, our interaction with other people, it opens doors in our lives. The doors that it opens, it could be new perspectives, it could be new ways of thinking, it could be doors to new opportunities. Our relationships, they actually bridge the gaps to the next phases of our lives. But now there's a flip side to that coin, because our relationships are oftentimes responsible for a lot of our hurts and our disappointments as well. See, that lets me know that relationships can be good or bad. They can be positive or negative. They can be harmful or they can be beneficial. It all depends upon the types of relationships that we allow into our circle. Now, when I talk about your circle, I'm talking about that inner circle of people that you allow in your life. Those energies that you allow to now feed into your life every single day. Those people that you are in constant and consistent contact with. Because whether you know it or not, you're becoming more like them and them like you all of the time. So it becomes really important that we pay attention to who's in our circle. Because as we're on this journey trying to reach another level of excellence, you got to understand that there's one key thing that you must pay attention to. I always say first and foremost that anytime you're looking at your circumstances in life, the first step is in order to change your circumstances, you must first and foremost change the circle in which you're standing in. And then in order to produce in life, you must always pay attention to your environment. You see, we wouldn't necessarily go out and try to plant a tropical fruit in an Arctic cold climate, would we? I mean, we could, but the chances of that fruit actually growing or reaching its full potential are slim to none. Why? It's not because we didn't plant it correctly. It's not because we didn't go out every day and make sure that it got everything that it needed to grow. It's simply because the conditions or the surroundings were not conducive for that fruit to produce. You know, I look at that in my own life. I look at that in the lives of the people that I talk to. And here's the conclusion that I've come up with. Maybe, just maybe it's not that we're not working hard enough. Maybe the answer is not that we're not diligent enough about our goals. Maybe it's not that we don't have enough faith or enough belief. It could be that the environment, those surroundings, those conditions that we put our goals in, that they're not conducive to produce the things that we want. If that be the case, then we have to really pay attention to who's in this circle. And when we see that there are squares in that circle, that there are pieces to that puzzle that just don't fit, we got to remove them. We can't do what we're used to doing, and that's conforming or trying to force squares to fit into that circle or trying to force pieces to the puzzle to fit that we know aren't supposed to be there. And I'm guilty of that. I've done that in the past. I've tried to conform in order to please other people to either fit into their circle or conform to get them to fit into mine. And Bill Cosby said it best. He said, I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everybody. So trying to please everybody and trying to fit squares into circles or pieces that just don't go, that's definitely not the answer. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, RJ, you know what? I've already constructed the circle that is conducive for me to produce, but it's still not working. And I respect that because I've been there before. Here's the thing, that's sort of step 2 to this that I don't have a whole lot of time to go into, but here's what I will tell you. If you've already constructed that circle that you believe is conducive for you to produce and it's not working, the next thing you got to pay attention to is making sure that everyone in that circle, that they're operating in the right role. They're operating in the right role, because it becomes very detrimental when you put people in a role that they're not equipped or they're not ready to handle. See, you got to know the difference between a friend and an associate. You got to know the difference between a colleague and a confidant. Because see, what happens when you start talking to an associate as if they were a friend? What happens if you start confiding in a colleague thinking they're a confidant? Oh yeah, all hell is about to break loose. Simply because you put that person in a role that they're not supposed to be in. You have to know the strengths and the weaknesses of the people in your circle. That's a topic for another day. But I wanted to just share that with you because I understand that some of you, that these relationship issues, they're coming up just like they're coming up when I'm talking to people. I think C.G. Jung said it best. The meeting of two personalities is just like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. I'm telling you, we got to pay attention to our relationships, because when you come into contact with other people, there will be a reaction and there will be a transformation. That transformation could be beneficial or it could be harmful. It could be positive or it could be negative. It's all about the types of people that we allow ourselves to come into contact with. Now, with that being said, like I said, I wanted to share that real briefly. I would love to get your feedback. Tell me about some of your squares and some of your circles, or those energies that you're creating in order to produce the things that you want out of life. You can reach me at rjhodges@borntowin.com, or if you want to learn more about our speaking, empowerment, coaching, and training company, Born to Win, email us at info@borntowin.com, or simply check out our website. With that being said, thank you for looking at this video blog, and remember our motto: winning is not just an option, it's simply a way of life.